Welcome to the new Tesla Model Y. Now, we really haven't got very long with this car. It is just a sneak preview. But in this video, I'm going to tell you about the styling differences, the interior differences, the range, the engineering changes, and when you'll be able to buy one. So keep watching to find out all of those details.
The Model Y is super important. It's Tesla's best-selling car, but equally, it's not short of rivals. Whether it's the Audi Q4 e-tron, the Hyundai Ioniq 5, BMW iX1, or VW ID4, there's a lot of choice for those that want a reasonably large electric SUV. So what has Tesla done to keep it ahead of the pack?
So we're going to start with a back-to-back styling comparison, because helpfully there's also an old Tesla Model Y in here as well. And you can see the changes. They're really pretty obvious for a facelift. So the front end, it's sort of less is more because there's a lot less detailing going on. It's a lot flatter and smoother. And these lights, they kind of remind me of Iron Man's eyes. They're very thin, but they've got quite a bit of presence. And then there's the light bar going across the width of the bonnet, which also looks pretty cool. The front end being like this is not just to do with how it's styled, it's also all about the aero, which is obviously crucial with EVs, so it's designed to make it more aerodynamic, and the whole front end is actually a little bit lower than the old car as well. The wheels, there's two different wheels at the moment. There's 20-inch and 19-inch. These are the 19-inch wheels, and they've got the aero cap design and configuration. And then coming down the side, not too different in profile. This is the Quicksilver paint. You'll also be able to get it in black, but I'm sure more colors will follow. And then at the rear end, that's where the other big changes have been made. You've got a different light design, but more importantly, there is a light bar, but it's not like the light bar at the front because it's not directly shining at you. It's actually shining back in on the car, and then you see the glow from the red, and it just illuminates the Tesla badging, which is pretty cool. And actually, I missed it, but at the front, there is no Tesla badge. It's just a blank bonnet, just like you get on the Cybertruck. Only other thing here is the Model Y plate, which is where the UK registration will go. That's now really low down, and I think the idea is it's out of the way so it doesn't interrupt the lines of the car. But yeah, a few changes, all quite noticeable.
Tesla reckons that the changes to the exterior and what's underneath have further improved noise insulation in the Model Y, with wind and road noise down by about 20%. What you can't see, though, is that the Wi-Fi range, the Wi-Fi range of the car is around 200% better, which actually is ideal if you park your car away from your house and you want the over-the-air updates, which of course you do. Furthermore, the car hasn't been crash tested yet by Euro NCAP, but Tesla is confident that this version will match the exceptional score of the pre-facelift car.
So into the Model Y's cabin, and it is based on the interior from the Model 3, but there's a few changes. There's some slightly different materials. Obviously, the driving position, you can go a little bit higher up. There's also a light bar that goes all the way across the cabin and down through the doors, which is quite a nice feature, and you can set the ambient lighting on that. The touch screen, I think, is now a little bit larger than it was on the previous Model Y, not like it was small on that. And also, one of my favorite features is that unlike the Model 3, this has got a proper indicator stalk. You don't have to use the buttons on the wheel, which in the UK, on our roundabouts, if you suddenly need to indicate, isn't great. So, big fan of it actually having indicators. But aside from that, it's not particularly different. Anything else? Yeah, you've got heated and cooled seats. That's in the front and in the back. You've got your wireless charging there. Plenty of space in these central cubbies because, of course, there's no gear lever. Yeah, it is Model Y, but with some subtle improvements.
So, fairly minor changes in the front, but for those who regularly need to put kids in the back, there's one key improvement in the rear seats.
Okay, so in the back, it is just like the previous Model Y in that there's lots and lots of room, really good knee room, really good headroom, but crucially, they've now got a rear touchscreen, and you can do things on that like watch videos, you can play games, and you can also adjust the seats, including the front seat, which hopefully you can lock that if your kids are in the back, but yeah, I'm sure you will be able to. Another feature is that you can have Bluetooth headphones, so if the kids are watching a cartoon in the back and you don't want to listen to that, you can just have them clamped in their own world and you can have your podcast up front, which is an excellent feature. But yeah, lots of room, but also now more tech as well.
Not quite everything on this car is a little bit better, however.
So I just want to show you this with the boot because it's actually about 20 litres smaller than it was on the previous Model Y. So a small difference, but it might be noticeable. We'll see. But what is important is that you can now fold the rear seats using buttons in the boot, or actually there's some buttons down there as well. So if you've got your hands full and you need to fold the seats down, that's super useful. And as you can see, it moves the front seats forward as well, so they don't crash into each other. Brilliant.
Tesla hasn't changed the powertrain on the updated Model Y, but owing to largely aerodynamic improvements, it has squeezed a little more range out of the car. The all-wheel drive long-range version has gone from 331 miles to 353 miles claimed range, with charging speeds topping out at 250 kilowatts. That likely means a max charging speed of about 150 miles in 15 minutes. Performance, meanwhile, should stay about the same at 4.8 seconds 0 to 60 and 135 miles an hour top speed.
Okay, so that was a very quick tour of the new Tesla Model Y. It'll be available to order from January the 24th. That's this Friday if you're watching the video as soon as it comes out. It'll cost from just under £61,000, and that's for the dual motor all-wheel drive version that we've got here. And first deliveries will be in March 2025. What do you think of it? Will you be ordering it? Let us know in the comments section below.